Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, 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 Christmas cousins. I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
And our other returning guest slash sometimes host.
It's Christmas Aficionado. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right.
I am laughing, Seth, at your Pavlovian response to the theme song. You were looking all over. As soon as I started playing it, you're like, ooh, where? You perked right up and got right into professional mode. Very impressive.
You did. You put on the game face and everything.
It's almost like you never heard it before.
Seriously. That's how, if I need to get a hold of him, I just play that over his Alexa. I have control of it. But we are here on a special bonus episode, a Saturday bonus episode. This is a lot of fun to get your weekend fun going. We are here because Joe, the Christmas Aficionado, you know him, you love him. You can find him at the Christmas Aficionado on YouTube, his channel with now 4,000 subscribers and growing. It'll probably be over 10,000. We've been plugging him, right, Seth? With our 23 million daily listeners. But he found a pumpkin, Southern Tier pumpkin whiskey, a pumpkin flavored whiskey. And we were like, what is that? Is it going to be any good? He's showing it right now. Look at that, Seth. You're salivating.
Oh, that is a classy looking bottle.
It is, right? But a pumpkin whiskey. What are you talking about, right? We just don't know if it's going to be a big oh no or a big oh doggy. So we have to see. Oh, he's going crazy there. So we're going to give it a live taste test on the air. But Seth, you weren't with us yesterday. Joe and I were doing the preview of the Hallmark movies. They released their list, like 40 plus new movies. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday's Hallmark movies and mystery. Friday, Saturday, Sunday's Hallmark. There was one that was so bonkers. We both said, you know what? We're going to ask Seth what you think about this on air. Because Joe, what did you think about this one? This was crazy.
I couldn't believe that they were actually going to, put this movie out. And you were right. You said Seth needs to hear this. I said, sure. I think I agree.
Yeah, and it's starring some big Hallmark stars too. Do you want to say, Joe, or should I say? Because Seth is certainly
I'm going to let you tell Seth about it because
okay, I'll tell you about it.
You seem very excited about it.
I am befuddled, and I just have to hear what you think, Seth. Out of all the movies we were reviewing, now, Seth, good news, we only got into mid-November or so with the movie review. I had other commitments, i.e. the waves got good and I went surfing. But we're going to do more preview shows with you, obviously, on there, and then we'll get back and we'll take our time. We'll have a slow burn, and then we'll do our weekend previews each week to say what's coming on, what we're going to watch. But here we go, Seth. This is a wild one.
Okay.
I was like, did Seth write this?
I'm listening.
Christmas. Okay. Christmas in the Magic Bakery, it's called. When struggling baker Emily inherits her grandmother's beloved bakery, she realizes that the shop is on the brink of closure due to stiff competition from the big chain stores. With the holiday season fast approaching, Emily is determined to save the bakery by creating a magical dessert that will captivate the town. In a stroke of luck, Emily discovers a mysterious old cookbook that holds the key to the bakery's success. But the recipe requires a unique ingredient. Seth, this unique ingredient, are you ready for this one?
Yeah. I'm thinking
hot dogs. Emily is skeptical but desperate, and she decides to give it a try. So, Seth, this is Christmas in the Magic Bakery. What do you think about this one? I want your initial reaction. Are you thinking of watching this? What do you think? Has Hallmark gone off the deep end, Seth?
It sounds like this. She stumbled on something. It's reminiscent of a bagel dog.
Okay.
It's the closest thing I can envision to it. Maybe she put something sweet in there, but she does a bakery does pastry. I mean, like I know certain bakeries, and crazy enough, today is National Bakery Day. So,
oh wow,
yes,
how apropos.
Yes, my local bakery is giving out free donuts.
The one in Deerfield Bakery.
Yeah, that's the one. But they do like a croissant stuffed with like ham and cheese. That seems a hot dog seems very out of place. I don't.
Christmas in the Magic Bakery, right? And the magical ingredient around Christmas time is a hot dog.
Yeah, what's the connection? I don't know. Are they able to make any?
I have no idea, Seth. What do you think?
The first Christmas was like 3,500 years before the first hot dog.
Right.
I don't know.
Is it right? What type of hot dog? Who knows? What do you think,
Right.
Seth? We haven't had a hot dog movie yet. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like you're going to lose a lot. It's nice. You're thinking, oh, it's a nice build up. You get the bakery and you're going to watch it and you're going to pick up all that stuff, but you're going to see hot dogs and you're going to smell hot dogs. I know you being a longtime vegetarian. I don't know. How's that going to sit with you?
Oh, that's true. That's
like
true.
Pastries.
I think we have to have a hot dog tasting show, when this movie appears.
I think so. It's a vegan hot dog. This is the big Saturday night Thanksgiving movie, which is crazy. This is their big movie of the year, like Biltmore Christmas last year. It's Christmas in the Magic Bakery with the hot dogs.
Okay.
Crazy. Seth, I have news for you.
Yes.
Seth, you've been Hallmark movie pranked, Seth.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Jeez.
It's not a real movie, Seth. Joe and I had nothing to do. We stayed up all night and wrote an entire movie just to play a little prank on you, a little fun.
Hallmark picked it up. It's going somewhere. It's kind of sounding off.
You were so serious. You're like, what about the hot dog? And you were worried about how I would feel watching it. That was very sweet, Seth. What do you think, audience? Okay.
I think we have discovered that Seth has not looked up any of the 47 movies that are coming out this year.
Right.
Yeah.
He has not.
No, I have not. I've seen the list, but from afar. It's like...
In fairness, I did tell him, Seth, we'll go over it on air. I'd like to get your reaction. So he, I don't think either way he was reading the list, but he did have an out. So you didn't get to listen to the new episode yet, Seth, that Joe and I did?
So in all fairness, I have.
Okay.
I'm 11 minutes in, so I can say that I don't know the secret super password.
For those of you who missed it, Joe and I wanted to see if Cousin Seth was listening, so we put a secret code word in there to see what it was and if he'd get it. So we'll see if he gets it. He hasn't gotten it yet. He's got to go through it.
So I'm not, I say, too far into it, but I had texted Mrs. X because I appreciate all the nice, kind words.
I called you an eccentric genius, Seth.
I know. I heard that. I was like, wow. I told Mrs. X. It's like, guys are taking a lot of liberties on that show, aren't you?
Seth, when are we able to discuss Mrs. X's stove? That thing was amazing. Joe, he sent me a picture
nice.
from Mrs. X's kitchen, just a random one. And of course, I examine everything Seth sends about Mrs. X.
Right.
So, and in the back is the most beautiful stove I've ever seen. It looked like she works or lives in a Michelin-starred restaurant. It's quite impressive, Seth. But
it's a very nice kitchen. The centerpiece or center area, there's a nice gathering area. But yeah, it's very nice.
Is that where your Christmas party is going to be this year? The big family one?
No, that's
at
a different. No, someone else in the family.
Okay, what's the address? Just in case someone wants to go by.
They haven't released those details to me. I think that's like one of those things, like the day of, I have to go to like a 7-Eleven and they'll direct me and go to the door.
They blindfold you.
Right. So I don't know those details yet.
Okay. Well, let us know. We'll post it on Instagram at Christmas Cousins Pod or christmascousinspod@gmail.com. Email us your thoughts. And don't forget, check out Joe, Christmas Aficionado on YouTube. So we are here though for the main thing, besides having a little fun with Seth. We are here because we have breaking news once again. Joe found pumpkin whiskey and he's going to try it live on air. Joe, are you ready to try it? The fall is here. The wind is whistling. You've been raking leaves. You're walking over crunchy leaves. You have a fire going. You're ready for your pumpkin whiskey. And I saw your backyard setup. It's beautiful. Fire and it's very nice. I can't wait. I need to visit. Looks like a good setup.
So it's always fun when you mention that you have something that you purchase, and then Chad's like, "Well, you have to do that on the air." You know,
Right.
I mean, of course, it's you can't just enjoy it yourself. You need to drink it and see if we like it, because we want to get that reaction if you actually hate it, so that we can play that clip over and over and over again. I mean, I think
Yes.
Seth fully understands that.
Oh, absolutely.
You're
Yes.
learning my MO for sure. Why do it if it's not on air at all?
We need to find something that Chad does not like, so that we can get his reaction. So Seth, you need to start thinking about this, because I think it's only fair for him to drink something that's gonna just, get that reaction where he just wants to spit it out, but he can't.
I'm
It's
up
gonna
for
be
that.
tough.
Yeah, I'll have to check on that. I'm definitely up for that, though.
Well,
It
I
has to
think
be
we need.
seasonal.
Pumpkin Jaeger.
You know what it is? You should ask Cousin Leslie what Chad hates. Get a list of things,
nice.
and then we can figure that out. Because I
Okay.
really think you guys need to do an episode of Chad hates this, and have him try all the things that he hates and get that reaction. I think it's
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'd be curious what Leslie thinks. I think it would have to be like peppermint mocha Jägermeister might be the one. So if they make that, all right, you're on it. Seth is going to get right
to
on
the
it.
bottle. Yeah, I would. I'd be definitely interested to hear what that would be.
Okay,
We don't
Joe,
have to
that'll
stop
never
at just
happen.
foods, like people, personalities you're repulsed by.
Right.
So
you
this
remember
is,
that in third grade? That they're all grown up and they're still a piece of garbage. Say hello to.
So Joe was looking at the bottle, smelling the
Yes.
bottle.
So it is
smells
750
classy.
milliliters. It's 70 proof.
Okay.
It has a description. It says pumpkin whiskey is a spirited version of its namesake and a high proof addition to the royal family, with notes of pumpkin pie spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and even a hint of whipped cream. And crust. It says in crust. Pumpkin whiskey is a treat among tricks.
I hope they mean pumpkin pie crust. So it's a treat. It's grit. It's a treat on tricks. Is that what it's saying?
It is
the grit from the inside of the barrel and the whiskey.
It's a treat among tricks.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. So the pumpkin whiskey, 70 proof. So you've given it an initial smell. What is the smell that you're getting right now?
It smells like pumpkin. I mean, it smells like a pumpkin pie.
Is it overwhelming pumpkin or more like pumpkin coming through the whiskey?
I would say it's a 50-50 smell. Like it's a 50% whiskey smell, 50% pumpkin smell.
Now, before you try it, I just want to ask, what are you hoping for? That this will taste like whiskey with a side of pumpkin pie, or that this will just taste like you blended them together, like where you want it together or separate flavors?
I would want this to taste like whiskey first, with a subtle hint of pumpkin, little bit of cinnamon, nothing. Kind of like if you think about like a cider, a cider has that sort of cinnamony taste and clove taste, but it's not overpowering. It's just that nice, sort of like refreshing kind of fall beverage. And that's kind of what I want to get out of this.
Okay. All right.
So it smells good.
Okay.
Color,
so he is.
It's funny. The color is very orange in the bottle, but when you have it in the glass, it's very clear. It's it's very and I don't know if that's because of the label of the bottle that's kind of tinting it, but
so it looks like standard whiskey otherwise.
No, it's actually pretty clear whiskey. If you see, it's not very dark, which I'm surprised at. I was actually expecting it to be like really dark. So like, for example, of course I have another bottle right here. This is just a basic rye whiskey, but like, see how dark that is compared to like the pumpkin whiskey. So I just have whiskey bottles all over my desk.
I know. Jeez,
I'm tempted to go grab a few myself.
Yeah.
So all right.
I hear they're clinking. You're going to give it a try.
I love pumpkin beer, and I'm going to give this a shot. Now, when you drink whiskey, you sip it. You don't do it as a shot. I know a lot of people do it as a shot. It's not the way you do it. You got to take it, you got to sip it and enjoy it. So here I'm going to do.
Okay, we will lay back and let you really take it all in. He's taking a sip.
Perfect glass for it.
He's using a straw. Yeah, he has his own glass for it. Seth, are you getting that Joe has just a colossal amount of disposable income? It's got whiskey bottles everywhere, and now he's choking on it. So he's tasting it, the sensory experience. He smelled it. He's tried it. He's trying to get a verdict for it. Taking it
he's
very
back
seriously.
in for another one. Take that last little bit.
Someone called Joe an Uber.
Yes, I'm so wasted now. I don't hate it.
He does not hate it, everybody.
I'm a traditionalist with whiskey. I like my whiskeys and bourbons to be, not flavored. So having a flavored whiskey is not something I usually seek out, but because it was pumpkin, it's like, I got to try that.
Right, you love that pumpkin beer by Southern Tier. So they had the whiskey, right? I'm curious to try. So you don't hate it because it still has that whiskey flavor, or are you getting that autumnal pumpkin flavor? What is actually going on?
It's kind of got a fake pumpkin taste.
Ooh.
It's like, it's so when you think of like, the Dunkin' Donuts coffee pumpkin drinks and stuff, it's kind of got like that chemical taste of pumpkin.
Yeah,
it's not as strong as the Dunkin' version, but it doesn't taste like natural, if that makes sense.
Right. I do not like when it's the artificial. That's
but
but
it's not awful. Like it's definitely drinkable, but I think this is a mixing whiskey. This is what you would make like an old fashioned with or something. I'm going to try this with as an old fashioned tonight, because then it's sort of, you mix it with other things and it'll kind of give you that sort of blended tastes. And I think that's probably what a lot of flavored whiskeys are good for, is that they give you that sort of mixed it mixes it with like all the other alcohols and the other like juices or whatever you're making a drink with, and it kind of flavors it, and it's probably good that way. I don't think this is a sipping whiskey at all. So
Seth, you like whiskey?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, I have one that was I guess finished in Cabernet barrels.
I
know
this guy.
I know.
Ooh, fancy.
But I was thinking it's nice because it's nicely balanced, and that's what I remember with the Southern Tier, the pumpkin beer. Like it was a nice balance, and it didn't taste artificial. But yeah, it's they're saying this does.
So
but like,
I also have this one, and I showed you guys this one the other day. This is the Bird Dog. Bird Dog. This is bottom shelf stuff. I mean, this is like they flavor this. You can find like, how you can get all those vodkas of all those different flavors and stuff.
Right.
These guys make that with whiskey. They do like apple and peach and whatever. I think there's a watermelon one. It's kind of weird.
So that's definitely a mixing one. Are you trying that as well? Excellent.
Yeah,
we're getting a 2 for 1 set. And later, maybe we'll go live on air and we'll do the Joe tasting the old fashioned on Instagram. That could be fun. Let's just keep a camera on live at his house. Seth, are you available for an Instagram live?
Oh, tonight? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it might be.
Clear my schedule.
All right.
I could sit outside by my fire pit and everything like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is the Bird Dog. I have not tried this one yet either. So I was holding both of these.
Breaking news. He's trying it for the first time. He didn't. What was the smell? When he already chugged it. Well, sipped it, whatever you do. Did you smell it?
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't smell good. This is crap.
This is Bird Dog.
This is like, I am glad I didn't spend very much money on this. Oh, I know the Bird Dog people.
Oh, geez. Hey, Shay, it's me, Barry Bird Dog. You don't like our whiskey, Shay?
That's the one you pawn off, and your friends like, you want to taste some variety,
right?
This crap.
So this is much better than the Bird Dog, and maybe it's because I'm not a huge flavored whiskey fan. This is very passable. Like this is, I think this is passable. This Bird Dog stuff is not good. Again, I'll use this to make, whiskey old fashions and stuff, because I don't want to just get rid of it, because spent like what, $12 on it or something. But
Right.
So-
That's a lot, Seth, for people. You know, for some people.
well, I
So,
said
okay,
I said on the last episode, you know, this is $19, which
That's
for
right.
whiskey is very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
You know,
you're tasting it. You're tasting
Yeah.
it cheap.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
I also
you can
have-
also take
I-
off paint if you need.
I also got this one at the same time because
Oh.
you know I have a hard time saying just buying one.
Well, this one is Southern Tier s'mores flavor. So maybe you'll be
Yeah.
having that by the fire pit with your old fashioned. So let's give the verdict because we're going to wrap up. This is a short episode. So overall, the Bird Dog was a no. The Southern Tier, rank it out of 5. What would you rate it out of 5? Or it's even a 10 scale, 10 being a Macallan's like decades number 6 collection and 0 being your bathtub whiskey, basically.
Bird Dog, I'd give a 2.
Okay.
I think I would give the Southern Tier a 5.5.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth.
I mean, when you
Oh.
I think when you try flavored whiskeys next to each other, you know, and one is just I enjoyed drinking it. It was not like it was not what I was hoping it was, but you know, it was pretty good.
Okay,
more
so
than I
it's
think
a
about
little
it.
bit of a party.
I think
Seth, I have
you're right.
actual-
You know,
Yeah.
an old fashioned tonight will definitely see if I really like it or not.
I like that. Okay, Seth, I have actual footage of Joe later tonight after finishing the entire bottle. Listen to him sing. He loves Christmas.
Just to get him going.
Yeah, go Joe. High pitch aficionado right there. I love it. That was beautiful. Well, everyone, thank you. This is a quick one. Have a great weekend. Drink responsibly. Check out Joe's YouTube channel, Christmas Aficionado, and check us out at Christmas Cousins Pod or email us christmascousinspod@gmail.com. And thank you. We will see you next time. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you being the guinea pig for today's episode. This is awesome.
Of course, that's what
Thank you, Joe.
that's what Seth and I do. Is we're the guinea pigs, right?
Right. Interchangeable.
That's right. Oh, that's the crowd loves. There we go.
Utility guys, you know.
Yeah.
Where you meet us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.